Hello everyone, it is me. Welcome back to my channel. So I have been getting this request for so long, and I am finally here with that video. So I'm going to be showing you guys how I make my coconut chicken curry with some tomato chunks.
Just trying to eat, man.
It's our favorite dish. I know Ethan's hungry already. We just finished. You can go eat.
Yep.
And Panda's excited. She's like running around all over the fucking room right now. Curry is Panda's favorite dish that we make. Like, she loves it so much, and she starts meowing, she gets like too excited. But yeah, I'm gonna be showing you guys how I make it. So I'm gonna be throwing in a disclaimer because I'm not a chef whatsoever. Like, I can't call myself a chef. So if you guys are judging by what I use or how I cook, then fuck off, because it's how I cook. It works. My fucking curry comes out hella delicious. Like, look at that. And so many of you guys have been requesting it. So literally, this is how I cook it, this is how I make it. And if you guys do recreate it, which that would be fucking awesome and really like cool if you guys do that. But yeah, if you guys recreate it, then you guys can tag me on Instagram. I would love to see that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this recipe. I know it's not the best lighting because it's like nighttime already. That's when we really start cooking dinner, like around 7 o'clock-ish. So the lighting is not really that best. So yeah, if you guys want to see how I make it, then keep on watching. The first thing you will need is coconut milk. I do recommend whole coconut milk, nothing light, nothing unsweetened, because if you use that stuff, it's just not going to be as creamy as regular whole coconut milk. So I really do recommend whole coconut milk. Salt and pepper, obviously. You will need a can of diced tomatoes, curry powder, some turmeric powder. You will need butter, chopped white onions. We use half of an onion, about a teaspoon each of minced garlic and ginger, some cilantro, basmati rice, and some chicken. I used 2 chicken breasts and I just chopped them up into cubes, and I also seasoned them with salt and pepper. So in a medium-sized pot, I'm going to be taking about half a spoon of butter, and I'm just going to be melting that on medium-high heat. Now I'm taking a cup of rice, and I'm just going to be stirring that for about a minute. Make sure you do not leave the rice sitting for more than a second because it will burn. Once I finish stirring the rice, I'm going to be adding 2 cups of water to the rice, and I'm just going to be mixing that again. Once the water comes to a boil, then turn the fire on low heat and cover and let it simmer for about 15 minutes. Now in a separate bowl, I'm taking about 1.5 spoons of butter, and I'm just going to be melting it in the microwave until it is fully melted. Okay, this is where I eyeball it, but I think this is about like almost 2 spoons of curry powder, and I mix that in with the butter, and that's how I get my curry paste. Now in a large saucepan, this thing kind of reminds me like of a wok almost, but I'm taking a little bit of that curry paste, and I'm just going to be spreading that all over, and I'm throwing in the minced garlic and ginger with that and just heating it up all over the pan. Now I'm going to be adding my chopped onions, and I'm going to be throwing that in there. And I'm also going to be adding a little bit of the curry paste. That way it can get more moist and get some of that flavor. Now I'm finally going to be throwing in my chicken, and I'm going to be using the rest of the curry paste, and I'm just going to mix that in. I'm also going to be throwing in about half a spoon of turmeric powder, and I'm just going to be mixing everything together. And now I'm just letting everything cook together. Alright, so once you feel like all of the water has absorbed into the rice, then go ahead and cover up the rice, turn off the fire, and let that sit until it is ready to serve. So looking back on this, I could have totally strained the tomatoes and made my life so much easier, but I didn't. But what I'm doing is I'm just taking out all the juice out of the canned tomatoes. That way it's not juicy. So once my chicken is halfway cooked, I add my coconut milk and I use about half of the can. Then I add my tomato chunks and I stir everything around, and you can see it gets so nice and creamy. Like, I need to make some kind of soup out of this. So my tomato chunks that I get, they don't come with salt, so I'm just adding a little bit more salt. That way they don't taste so bland. Once you see the cream come to a little bit of a boil, go ahead and taste test the chicken and see if it's ready. Alright, and now we're coming back to that rice because it is ready to be served, and I'm just going to start fluffing it up. I love fluffing up rice. For some reason, it just is so satisfying to me. Now you are ready to serve. Don't forget to add a little bit of that extra juice to give it that nice moisture, and garnish with some cilantro. And there is my dish, y'all. That is how I make my coconut chicken curry. And if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and I hope to see you guys again with more cooking videos.